Hello everyone, I'm Namita Jain, a lifestyle influencer and a full-time mom. Today I'm very excited to speak with Dr. Sireesha Reddy from Motherhood Hospitals, who is an expert in women's health and advocate for water birthing. So let's hear it from the expert about water birthing and break some myths about it. So let's learn it from the expert. Hello ma'am.
Hi Namita, thank you for giving us this opportunity.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
So I would like to know in the beginning, what is water birthing and how is it different from the traditional birth experience?
When you talk about water birth, using water as a medium where the mother labors in the water as well as delivers the baby in the water is called water birthing.
Okay.
When you talk about traditional birth or the land birth, mother uses a surface area like a bed or a couch, or even sometimes they can deliver on the floor as well if they want to, on different positions that they try to deliver the baby. That is how the water birth is different from a traditional land birth.
So it is in the water medium.
It is in the water medium.
That's amazing. And how's the safety of the mother and the baby is ensured during the water birthing?
During water birthing, when we talk about the mother, we need to make sure that she is well hydrated.
Okay.
The temperature of the water is appropriate for the body because it should not be too hot, not too cold. It should be something around closer to 37 degrees is what we maintain the temperature. And we also have to monitor her conditions like temperature, pulse, BP and all. In between we try to monitor it. And we also encourage her to move in and out of the pool. It is not that they sit in the pool for long hours and all because they get dehydrated by doing that as well. So they need to come out, move, use the restroom, then get back into the pool. All this guidance is done keeping in mind the mother's vitals and all have to be monitored on a regular basis. From the baby point of view, because underwater, we try to monitor, we do have underwater Dopplers where we can check the baby's heartbeat time and again, depending on the stage of the mother's labor. We try to be ensuring that the baby's heartbeat is going as per our standard protocols.
Okay, that's actually amazing to learn. Can water birthing be done in a hospital setting, and how does Motherhood Hospital provide the facilities for this water birthing?
Water birthing, Namita, is actually best done in a hospital setting because when we are providing water birthing, we should make sure that the facilities for if there is an emergency is available immediately to the mother. When you're talking about emergencies, sometimes we tend to notice that the baby's heart rate may be dropping or the baby has pooped in the water, like a meconium is what we call. All these instances when they happen, if you're talking about providing a water birth in the home environment, transferring the mother to the hospital at that point of time would not be an ideal thing to do. It is always safer to do in a hospital setting. At Motherhood, what we try to do is we try to ensure that this water birthing unit is very close to our labor delivery complex, where if there is an emergency situation that may be arising, we try to deal with it because all the staff are immediately available. We have the OT available, we have the labor wards, general labor wards available. We have a pediatrician on board who is 24/7 on call with us and who will be present while the mother is laboring and delivering.
Okay, that's actually very convenient to know because even if I am a mother and if I choose to water birth, I always want to know that
safety.
What if something happens
very
in
true,
between.
very true. Yeah.
Yes.
Because safety is first most important thing, then experience is the other thing.
Okay, so now we have a very commonly asked question, like people have so much myth about it, that how does water birthing impact the intervention of an emergency C-section or something related to it?
Okay. So if we're talking about water birthing, when you talk about a positive impact on is the water birth is shorter, pain relief is needed, the need for pain relief is very minimal. The women tends to progress quicker, so you can avoid a C-section. In the sense you're avoiding interventions, you tend to avoid the need for a cesarean delivery. But at times, if there is a need for cesarean delivery, we have a team of support staff around who can help the mother to come out of the water and reach our theatres if there is a need for an emergency cesarean section. When we are talking about emergency cesarean sections, in these instances, we're talking about a cord prolapsing, which can happen anytime, even on a traditional birth also it can happen, or there's a heart rate deceleration, the heart rate is dipping and it is not picking up and an immediate action has to be taken. All these instances can be dealt with as smoothly as we can deal it on a traditional birthing method.
Okay, so we have everything ready parallelly.
Yes, that's true.
Cool. I wish even I knew about water birthing during my time, but at least glad that people now know about it. So what feedback have you received from the mothers who have opted for water birthing at Motherhood Hospitals?
When you talk about the feedback that we've got, actually the women felt in a lot of control when they went through the birthing process. They felt they had their autonomy in that because we had, for a comparison, we had women who had delivered with us traditional births before and have come in to opt for a water birth. When we asked them about how their experience was, because they had gone through a traditional birth earlier on in this birth, they felt that they felt in control, much more in control. They felt that nobody could touch their bodies unless they permitted to, and that was the beauty of it. And the labor birth experience, I had a husband coming out of the birthing room, and one of our staff asked him, how was it? He said, "Makhan jaisa nikla hai baby." So it was just like butter, the flow of it.
Yes.
So they were literally thrilled, and it was a beautiful experience. I'm sure that they're going to carry it in their memories for longer, with how the positive experience and the atmosphere was there for them.
That's actually amazing to know that we could also compare with the traditional and water birthing and still get this feedback.
Yeah, because one who has already experienced something and looking at a different method of delivery and finding it more positive and more in control was a good thing for us to be motivated to continue the service.
That's really amazing. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. We are actually very excited to know about this, and now we have got to know that how water birthing can be a more gentler and empowering thing when compared to a traditional birth. Thank you so much for your time and knowledge.
Thanks a lot, Namita. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, because this means a lot to us as we can bring in this information into the public. Awareness is very important, because majority of them are not aware that such a method is available, and if they are aware also, they do not know whether the service is approachable or not. So from your website and from your program, if that gets to the public and they get to understand the importance of it and they opt for it, that will be a beautiful experience for them. Thanks a lot.